Chris. Chris, I love this guy. Scares the hell out of you when you first meet him because he's got this one look. This guy pissed off or love this guy.
Can't control my vision.
I'm going to bring up somebody right now that I met 2 years ago. And this guy emailed me, reached out, and is telling me that he's in my town and he's new and he didn't know anybody as far as other DJs went. He was trying to get back into the business and he's done a hell of a job doing it. Originally from Scotland, currently residing in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Give it for my friend Robb. Get up here.
Well, if we're all building up to a finale, I guess I'm probably, I don't know. What 70s crappy band are we going to have? There we go, alright. Hello everybody, my name's Alan. I'm the Scottish DJ, as everybody seems to keep saying. I'll give you the very, very quick version of how I got here. I probably have a bit of a different route from most of you, given that, you know, I've DJed on 2 continents, which is a little different. It's a big pond. I started DJing when I was in college, which was a while back. 1984. 1984. 84. Something like that. I saw a big sign that said DJs wanted, and I remembered back to a school dance where I had gone to, and the DJ, I remember vividly the song, which is bizarre, but it was, any of you guys remember Rainbow? 70s rock band, Rainbow? The song, that's it, Richie Blackmore's Rainbow, the same ones. Well, a whole bunch of 14-year-olds kind of standing, being as moshy pit as a bunch of 14-year-olds can be. Hello? And the DJ, at the point where we're all going absolutely crazy, all you heard was that whoop sound of kind of vinyl, needle across vinyl.
Text me.
And he played the track again. Which I just thought, that is power, that is the most incredible thing I have ever seen in my life, I want to do that. It's like, he did that, he made that do that, and you know, so when I saw the sign that said DJs wanted, like 5 years later, it was like, yeah, I do want to do that. So I did that. Technics, because that was what we had Technics SL1200s, way back when, in fact they're still using them now. The fact that we're using them 10 years before that still blows my mind, but all vinyl. I was given a budget, they gave me a budget of £30, which £30 in 1984 could buy a small house, you know, it was quite a bit of money. They gave me this budget of £30 to go and buy music. It wasn't my music, but they let me spend other people's money, which is nice. And so I did that for a little bit, and it was fun and what have you, kind of dropped out, got proper jobs, because I didn't think you could actually make a living doing this. You know, it's like something that you do, it's a hobby, it's something you do kind of part-time, it's something you do because, well, it's fun. And then I found out, I would go to parties, and people would be, you know, you'd have the kind of general, you know, the home stereo, and people are dancing, and I found what I was doing was, they've got the kind of double tape player, and I would grab tapes and I would take them to other rooms and rewind or fast forward tracks on other tapes, run back in, stick them in the other side of the double tape player so that people would keep dancing on crappy little cassettes. Which is the point where you realize that you're a sick, sad individual and you're going to have to do something about this. So, I had a friend, but 3 years later, we're into the 90s now. And I had a friend about 3 years later who said to me, he was doing karaoke, and he said, yeah, you've done some DJing, he needs some DJs, come along and do that. So, kind of realized that I could make more in one night DJing than I could in a bar, tending bar. You gotta understand, Scotland, they don't tip. So, you know, because we're tight that way, aren't we? All the English and anything, English in the house, Scots are tight, yeah? Yeah, so they say. Anyway, so I kind of got started doing that, and the guy I was working for said to me, yeah, come along one night. And so I went along to this night, just to kind of, in that way that you want to shadow somebody. And he started this wedding, he played about 4 tracks and said, there you go, there's all the music there, I'll be back in 4 hours. And walked away, kind of basically dropped me in it. which I don't recommend, but you sink or swim, and the fact that I'm still doing weddings 18 years later. So that's pretty much what I do. I mostly do weddings, in part because it's what I've grown to enjoy the most, but in part because I love being a part of the biggest day of somebody's life. I had no interest in doing, I've done a little bit of club work, I've done a little bit of kind of radio work, I've done a little bit of, you know, the other types of parties, but weddings is the only thing I've ever really loved doing. I was vinyl the whole time up until 1994 when I went to do a wedding in a hotel. Left all my gear there because I didn't have a car at the time, came back the next day, somebody had, you know, stolen all of it. So when you're forced to start from scratch and you work in a record store, which I did part-time,